I haven't posted a video at all today, so I mean, I feel like I'm making progress against this addiction. Lies. Totally will be posting another video probably today. Um, so I've been reading The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and it may or may not be my new favorite book. Mostly because every time I read a book I like, I'll say it's my new favorite book. But you know, my heart will always belong to East of Eden. Anyways, I absolutely adore it, and I have this thing because of like my memory condition and shit that I have to like mark up every single book I read. Like I highlight and I fold pages and stuff. So okay, so a few quotes that I like from this book. Highlighted a bunch of things already. First, we accept the love we think we deserve. I don't know if I can express the words to you how much I love that because it's so true. For so long, even now, really, I thought that I didn't deserve really anything, and so the people I would be involved with would treat me like shit. Um, I just take it because it's what I thought I deserved, and I thought that that was love. Even this year, I've done the same thing, and so I need to stop doing that. Definitely. But so I love that, and I'm really related to it. Another thing, we're on the same page. I wonder if anyone is really happy. I hope they are. I really hope they are. Because that's what I think about a lot too, because so many people put on these like just fronts for whatever it is and will act like they're happy when inside really they're like not doing well whatsoever. And I mean, who doesn't do that? I do that all the time. And so it's like, I want to know if anyone is really, really happy, just purely happy. I am a lot of the time, but things do get me down. But I wonder that a lot. Um, then I turned around and walked into my room and closed my door and put my head under my pillow and let the quiet put things where they are supposed to be. Which I do every time I'm upset about something. I feel like it's more of like a safe thing. Just try to forget, and no matter how much I want my memory condition to affect other things in my life, it doesn't. So I spend a lot of my time trying to forget. And this one has been quoted on and on and on and Tumblr. Like when I go down my dashboard, all of these things come up about it. And I never really quite understood it or understood the context of it until now because I feel like I want to like read the rest of it, but um, okay, I'll just start in two sentences before. Lights on buildings and everything that makes you wonder. Sam sat down and started laughing. Patrick started laughing. I started laughing. And in that moment, I swear we were infinite. Isn't that beautiful? I've seen like a billion like tattoos about this and like just random like quotes and stuff like that, and I've never really understood it. It's that awkward moment when you don't get inside jokes, and then you're like let into them, and you're like, oh. Anyways, I loved it before, and I love it even more now. And also, I like tattoos about it. Um, I just think it's bad when a boy looks at a girl and thinks that the way he sees the girl is better than the girl actually is. It's like so true, especially like when you know, so many guys that I've dated had made up an image of me in their heads, and it's just the girl is always so much better than I actually am, and I spend all of my time trying to meet that expectation, and I can't, and that's ultimately why I run. So there's that. I'm just gonna keep going through this because really you can't stop me because you're not actually on the other side. So I give a fuck. My grandfather was crying. The kind of crying that is quiet and a secret. The kind of crying that only I noticed. I guess you can understand why I like that one so much because, I don't know. I can relate to this book in some aspects, but in other ways I can't relate to this book. I have moments in my life where I stop talking so much and I just sit back and listen. And I think those are the times where I'm ever like truly really happy, because I don't know, I see so many more things like that and I love to listen, and I don't do it nearly enough because I also like to talk a lot, and I like talk a lot. I talk in awkward situations, I talk when there's quiet, I talk when I'm trying to express something, I talk when I'm upset, I talk when I'm happy, I talk when I'm angry, I just talk. And when I finally just shut the fuck up and listen, it's nice to hear things, but then I see things too like that. Also, because of this book, I'm now really obsessed with the song Asleep by the Smiths. You should listen to it. It looks like magic, like we were somewhere else, like we were someplace better. Ever have those moments when you're like around something and it's just so beautiful that you just have to kind of like, it feels like everything's sort of better. It happened to me my sophomore year, actually like summer after my sophomore year, because I was moving down to Texas, and my best friend and I went camping like the weekend before we moved. I remember my mom being so mad about it, but I like convinced her. And so we went camping, and it was up in Wyoming, like the border between Wyoming and Colorado. And she and I went hiking and climbed up to this rock, and we just sat there for a while and looked over like the valley and the mountains. And it was during like the summer, so there wasn't cold and wasn't like snow and stuff. We just sat there for a while, and my best friend is really really religious, and so she talked about God, and I talked about what I thought about God, and everything just seemed peaceful. Sylvia Plath quote about it, but I won't bore you. Already I am, but whatever. I'll try to ignore it. So this quote, and maybe you should do some backstory. So this Christmas, and really every Christmas, I like to get really everyone that I talk to and consider as friends. Like this year was just pretty much everyone on my floor. Gifts that they'd never really know I thought about. And so it's like, I don't know, I guess showing that I listened when no one think I did. So the quote is, I think they start feeling bad because they didn't get me anything, but I don't think they should have, because I don't think that's the point, really. Like, that's exactly how I feel, because a lot of the time they don't give me anything, and that's okay. I'm generally, even though I talk so much, there's a lot of times where I'm just sort of forgotten, and I mean, that's totally not the case for a lot of people. I mean, my close friends, like, we're all poor college students, but, like, so they, like, feel bad all horrible about not getting me anything, when really I'm just sitting there and just, like, ecstatic that they appreciated their gift, and they like realized that I listen more often than they think I do. And so that's that quote. And then this quote is how I feel about when I gave away East of Eden. I decided that when I met someone I thought was as beautiful as a song, I should give it to that person. And I didn't mean beautiful on the outside. I meant beautiful in all ways. Sort of how I felt about that. And now I'm done talking about this, because I need to read more, and then I'll highlight more things, and I'll tell you about that. But anyways, I super love the book, and it's great. And I may or may not have been randomly sobbing all day because there's like sad parts in it. Also, I'm like really emotional because Claire left today, and yay, we know what's coming up. But so there's that, and yeah, that's it. Read the book, listen to Asleep by the Smiths, and I shall talk to you later.